Yeah, somehow.
I was supposed to do social work, then I did journalism.
No.
I don't know how I found myself there. My name is Lydia Opiyo. I'm married. I'm a mother of two, one boy and one girl. And I'm also the founder of Passion to Share Foundation and Miyo Creations. When I was growing up, I got so much from people who didn't even know me. Something I've not mentioned is that I've been brought up in a children's home. And so I learned a lot of generosity from the donors, from the very people who used to come and just visit us and give us clothes, food, you know. So in 2017, I decided I want to celebrate my anniversary in a unique way. So myself and my friend Noel, and of course my husband, we decided to go to Uganda. My mom is a Ugandan. So we said, let's go celebrate with mom. But during that time, there was just a landslide that had just happened in Uganda. So we decided to collect clothes from friends. We bought some foodstuffs, and then we bought some mattresses. And we took to Bududa, the place where there had been a landslide. And it was a way of just telling these people sorry. You know, when there's a landslide, you lose everything. You lose your house, you lose your loved ones. So at least for those who are left, we tried to give them whatever we carried. But then it was little. You know, Ugandans are known for kneeling, so they could kneel and ask, patieko tu mimi ingine, you know, patieko mimi moja msichana wangu, they don't know Kiswahili. So from that, we developed the Passion to Share. And that is why the organization, it's called Passion to Share Foundation. With time, we realized just giving wasn't enough. You know, we could go give, but then we realized just giving wasn't enough. So we started a bit of mentorship. So we'll do mentorship in the villages. We'll mentor girls. I'm very passionate about girls. I'm very passionate to see an empowered girl. And I love to see girls go through their education and through their life in a systematic way. So that is how we started the mentorship program. We were mentoring girls in Chwele village, some of them in Uganda, but also we realized it wasn't enough. You know, you mentor them, you give them the food, then what? You know? So that's when we introduced the skills program, the skills training program, and it started in Uganda. It's from my own personal experience. I have seen so much in the slums, so much. I've been brought up in Kayole, Soweto slum, and then now I got married in Kibera slum. So things are almost the same, you know. In Kayole, you realize there's the Gaza team. Gaza currently even absorbs girls into their robbery acts, you know. And so you realize seeing a girl hold a gun, you know, to steal from you, it is so disgusting. But then look at, that is just one scenario. When I came to Kibera, it was the same case, you know. Girls being thugs. It is in the slum, it is something just normal, you see. Then look at now the marriage part. Look at girls who are getting married off very early. Look at those who are going through domestic violence. And ask yourself, why are they going through all this? Why are they being beaten up? Why are they getting married early in the first place? Why are they being thieves? It's because they are not given an option. You know, they don't have that option to get their own money and take care of themselves. So something lies to them that if I get this man, then this man will take good care of me, which is not the case. You know, they end up in miserable lives. So many, these and many more inspired us to start the Skills Center. The Skills Center at Passion to Share is meant to give these girls an option. You know, instead of you going to steal on the streets, come get a skill and go sustain yourself. Instead of you just getting married to this man, sometimes the man even is just there. Sorry. But you realize they just get married because they don't have an option. So the skill-centered passion to share gives them the option. We have 2 trainings. We have the fashion and design course, and then we also offer the computer graphics course. Talking about the fashion and design course, it takes 6 months, the training. Our training is free. Because the reason, when I started it, I wanted them to pay. But then I realized, during the interviews, when I was doing the interviews, we realized there are some girls, there was like 2 stories. There's one who had been looking for 1,000 shillings forever just to attend the same training, the same kind of training in Makina Market, to be trained by an individual. So I was like imagining this kind of girl, if I tell her to pay, she'll not be able to come, you see. So such cases made us make it just free. You realize that in Kibera, some of them just do wash for people. They earn just 300 shillings. So how do they pay for the course? It's impossible. So for the first group, it was free. Like they didn't pay anything. They studied well, but we had a few challenges that made us introduce an admission fee for the other cohorts. Because you realize now we used to call them, come, kujeni class, you know, and it wasn't that going so well. So we said maybe if we introduce like a commitment fee and just name it like an admission fee, then they'll come. So we introduced just a 2,000. It is paid at the beginning of the course and you don't pay anything else. We provide the materials for learning, even the fabrics. And for me, I don't give them these cheap fabrics because that is not what they'll use with the clients. You know, I want them to get the feel. When they're doing the training, they have to feel the cotton materials and all that. So that is basically what we do with the fashion and design. And then they get to learn so much. There's a girl I took for internship somewhere, and she met another lady from APZ. The girl was like, what can you do? Then my girl was telling her, I can make bags, I can do all types of skirts, I can do dresses, I can do decos, I can do all that. Then the lady was telling us she's been there for 1 year and she can only do round skirts, you know. So you can see how intense our course is. Just for 6 months, our girls can do so much. And they get to be very creative. That is about fashion. Now come to computer graphics. You know, graphics is a course that is known to be for men. But personally, I believe that I don't want to say the obvious, say that what a man can do, a woman can do. It's what a man can do, a woman can even do it better. And that is why we decided to introduce the computer graphics for girls in Kibra. And I can tell you they are doing it so well. If you realize, so many political posters this season have been made by our girls. You know, we've made them, we've even printed them. We have our printer in the office. And they are doing an amazing job. They can design new logos. They can design your t-shirts, your hoodies, you know. They can do so much. They can do cape mock-ups and all that. A lot in graphics. I don't know so much about them, but at least when they're doing the presentations, I see what they can do. And even when we refer them to companies, they don't disappoint. Being a female in the industry, it's quite challenging at times. But if you know what you want with your business, you can always stand up for it. Yeah, you can always stand up for it. I cannot allow anyone to pay me less because I'm a woman. Having the Miyo creations. And now the greatest of it all, the lives I have impacted. I know there are so few right now. We have a dream to impact at least, I always say I want to impact at least 10 million girls before I die. I know I'm not even closer to that because so far we've not even graduated over 50 girls. But I always say nothing is impossible. If I started the organization, then achieving what I want with it will not be a problem. So personally, my greatest achievement is to see the lives I've impacted. The girls who are now working and earning some good money as a result of their training from Passion to Share. And even the girls I have employed. Every single morning when I go to the office and I see those girls working, I feel so good. I can attribute this to God, of course, to my hard work. I work so hard. I'm a hardworking woman. Yeah, I work so hard to make sure that Passion to Share is okay, that Miyo Creations is okay. I work even during very weird hours. Sometimes, as I told you, I sit in the office and I realize, oh, it's 2 a.m. I'm not yet home. So I can also attribute it to my hard work and to the support I get from people. I have a very tight circle. I can say our board members, our volunteers at Passion to Share. There are people who work in that office and they're not paid at all, you know. But they come every single day, you know. There are people whom I can call and tell them, you know, we are not able to pay so-and-so. Our salaries are not enough, you know, our upkeep is not enough, and they can always volunteer to give something locally. So I can attribute the success to all those people. And more so, I can attribute it to my husband. Apart from my late dad, my husband has been pushing me so much. And even Noel is a finance manager. She's our co-founder. She's also a finance manager. She's so good with finances. I make fun of her. I tell her, like, if she's going to the market and she's put a 50 bob on this side and another 50 bob on this side, and she tells herself that this 50 bob is for nyanya, this 50 bob is for waru. Noel cannot take this one and buy nyanya, and all of them are 50 bob. So she's such a nice finance manager, and she's the reason for the success of the organization in terms of finances. Because personally, I'm a Luo, and I can spend if I decide to. So, if not for her, there will be a problem. We think of the future as women, and that is why our companies thrive. The moment you think of the future of a company, you are already growing that company. There's a way you're giving so much power to that company. And that is what we women are gifted in. We plan ahead. There's a way we've been given the power. You know, there's a way we are coming out of just being a housewife, just being somebody's wife, you know, just being people's mother. There's a way we are coming out of all that. And when we, you know, the beginning of everything is when you realize the power in you. I know it's difficult. There are times you feel like quitting. Just making sure that your mental health is okay is not easy. I am a mother to 2. Then I also have a husband. I always make fun of him and say that he paid my dowry thrice, which is true. And then I now have the company. So there's a way balancing the 3 becomes sometimes a challenge. It is not easy to take care of your mental health. Sometimes you lose it. There are times you want to go on, but you can't. Like recently, I've been battling. There was a proposal I was trying to do and sending it several times, and it wasn't going through. And I was like thinking, now what's wrong? And for a long time, in fact, my staff, my volunteers, they realized like I'm going into depression because I could lock myself in the office and they could knock and knock and knock and I will never open. It was so stressing for some time. And then now there's that aspect of realizing that you're not giving your babies enough time, you know, and they also need you. So what I try to do, and what I decided to do after that incident, is to always give myself a break. If I feel it's too much, I just leave everything and go. I'm that person who can give myself a holiday alone and just go, you know. So that keeps me, you know, when I go there, I have my own time. I have my time to pray. I have my time to meditate. I have my time to just away from every other reality and just some time for myself. And that has kept me going.